Hey you guys! So today I'm going to teach you how to make a cotton candy. This is actually a customer request. It's custom order. It's going to be a rainbow styled cotton candy, so lots of pretty colors. This cotton candy is one of my big sellers. It's a jumbo one. Can be used for so many different things, and I'm excited to show y'all how to do this one today. So what you're going to need is basically a large styrofoam cone. Now, I kind of pieced one together with some supplies that I already had, because no sense in buying something new that you can use and kind of piece together, if you will. So this one is kind of like a hodgepodge. But you can buy the larger cones at Hobby Lobby is where I usually get mine. You can also get them at Walmart, or I believe Michael's also has them as well. And so basically I just had a smaller one, and then I had an extra piece of like a square styrofoam, and I used a styrofoam cutter and just kind of like cut off the excess. And then I had one of these half ball styrofoams, and so I went ahead and added that on top. And I find that that really helps give the cotton candy just kind of like that extra boost at the top, so that it doesn't kind of like, sink in. The next thing you're going to need is a nice thick bamboo stick, and then a really pretty straw. So I'm gonna use this gold color straw. This size bamboo stick fits right inside of your straw, okay? So whenever picking out the bamboo sticks, just make sure that you have whatever straw may be with you, and then that you can just kind of like hold them up together and make sure that they're gonna fit. That's kind of what I do when I go shopping. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and remove this, and then we're gonna take our bamboo, and we're basically just going to press it down into the center, okay? And sometimes it takes me a few times to get it nice and even to where it's not lopsided. And that looks pretty good. So now we're gonna take our straw, put that back on there. So obviously I need to press it down in more. Put our straw up a little bit, press that down. We still have a little bit showing, so we're gonna press a little bit more. And that should be good for the most part. Yeah, that's good. And again, we're just gonna kind of test it. That looks pretty good. So now what we wanna do is we're gonna have our hot glue gun. You wanna make sure that anytime you are working with styrofoam that you have it on the low setting, because if you don't have it on the low setting, it's just gonna melt your styrofoam. It's gonna make it much harder. Okay, so we're gonna take our straw, and I'm gonna back the straw out a little bit, and then I'm gonna just put some hot glue right here so that our bamboo stick doesn't go anywhere. And then I'm just gonna press my straw back as well. Okay, just like that, okay? All right, so that is the first part. Okay, the next supplies that you're going to need obviously are yarn. So I got these really pretty boxes. I ordered these off of Amazon. I'm not sure the company name, but I can link some of the yarn that I buy off of Amazon down in the comments for you guys, or in this post. I'm still figuring out how to do all that stuff here in YouTube world. But these are really cool. I already had orange and yellow and hot pink yarn, and it's actually specifically roving yarn. So that is the style of yarn that you're gonna wanna buy whenever you make your cotton candy. But I just thought these were so pretty. I had to unbox them in front of you guys because they were just so beautifully packaged. Super fun. So from this company specifically, I got purple, blue, and green, because like I said, the customer, she wanted a specific color. She sent me a really cute real picture, a picture of a real cotton candy. It looked really yummy, oh my gosh. And so I was like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and make that. It looks super fun. So I haven't done one of these yet, so it's gonna be super fun to make with you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and push these out of the way. Okay. And I'm going to get it started, but then as we go, I will probably not be talking and I'll have it sped up a little bit so you can just kind of see, because a lot of it is going to be, a little bit redundant. Okay, so just FYI. All right, so let me got some styrofoam pieces here. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. Put this on the floor. Okay, so this is roving yarn. It's super, super fun to work with. Sometimes you have little pieces like that that pop off. I never throw anything away, scraps included. You never know when you might need them, just FYI. Look how pretty this is. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. Love it. It's super soft. Okay. All right, so sometimes this has like a little piece of wood in it, so I just pick those little pieces out, throw those down. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take a piece and we're just going to pull it apart, okay? And this is kind of thick, so as I start, I don't want to start with such a big piece, right? I start kind of small. So I'm just gonna kind of break that in half and put that piece to the side. Now, you want to kind of pull it a little bit just to kind of separate the fibers a little bit to make them a little bit longer and to where it's, again, not so thick. Okay, kind of like that, all right? All right, excuse me. Now you're gonna need your hot glue gun again, okay? And we're gonna just start by putting a little piece of glue, a little bit of glue, squeeze a little bit of glue onto the bottom, okay? And then you're gonna take your yarn and you're just gonna attach it right onto that glue, okay? And then you're gonna pull. You're gonna pull right here too so that it kind of covers up the bottom part of that styrofoam. And then just wrap it around really nicely. And sometimes you'll have to kind of go back and unswirl your yarn, if you will. Now I like to get mine pretty tight at the bottom. So we're just going to make sure, and you can kind of pull on the yarn a little bit as you go. All right. So you don't want to have any of that white showing. Okay, that's pretty covered up. It looks pretty good. Okay, and so now you're going to take your hot glue gun again, and you're just going to hot glue the yarn fibers together, like so. Okay. So there's the first part. So basically what we're gonna be doing is we're just gonna be adding sections of our colors, right? So we have purple, we have blue, we have green, we have yellow, orange, and pink, okay? So that's the layers that we're gonna be adding. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on this for you guys and show you, and it'll be sped up a little bit, but basically we're just gonna be adding our pieces a little bit at a time, and I'm going to be you know, stretching the fibers. We're going to be adding hot glue, going around, wrapping them, and then we'll be adding our different colors as we go. Okay, so I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you at the end of the video. Okay, for this part, I need to explain how to add the top. So as you can see, we've got all of our colors here, and I am adding them each color at a time, just so I can make sure that it's all evenly, added. And so what we're gonna do for this top part is we're going to take some of our yarn, not as long as we've done before, but we're gonna just take a little bit. This is a different brand, so it's a little bit, it's thicker and it's a little bit harder to pull apart at times. But basically what you want is you want to just kind of spread it out like that, okay? Make sure y'all can see that pretty well, okay? And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it and you're gonna kind of fold it over like this. You kind of want to make it like, rounded a little bit, but you're not going to be able to do that. So, okay. And then you're going to take it and you're going to just kind of fit it like that before you add your hot glue, okay? Just all the way around like that. Make sure it's kind of even when you're putting it on there. Okay, so we're just going to kind of take that back off. And then we're going to take our hot glue and we're going to go ahead and just add our hot glue around right here on the top. That's why it's good to have this rounded piece here. All right, so I'm just going to kind of fit it around like so. You want to make sure you don't really have any of the white showing up underneath your cotton candy. So just kind of tuck it a little bit like so, just to kind of press it up underneath there, because we're going to add more around, obviously. And then you want to kind of just add some hot glue and then just kind of start to lightly press it down onto there. And you can kind of pull the fibers over a little bit like that. And you want to just do that all the way around, so it's nice and secured. Okay, just like that. Kind of pull the pieces back a little bit, and then go back through and add that back down. You just want to make sure you kind of maintain that fluff at the top. I'm going to get one little piece right here. Okay. All right. So you can kind of like pat down the top a little bit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to finish out that top portion. I'm going to take some more of our pink, get a little bit longer. See, I feel like the longer of a piece that you're trying to pull off, the easier it is to separate. It's pretty cold here today, you guys, so I apologize if y'all see me keep like doing this, because my nose gets itchy and runny. Being here in Houston, when it gets really cold, it takes us a while to kind of get used to it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add this pink. Get some of these fibers off so it doesn't pull. Okay, so we're gonna add our hot glue right here. And when I get to an area like this, I like to go a little bit at a time versus doing the entire section all the way around like I was doing before. Just because I want to make sure that it looks to my liking. constantly getting hot glue on my fingers. Let me pull this off. Okay. I'm going to roll this back a little bit like that. Add a little bit more hot glue. And then just kind of pull that down and press it down a little bit. All right. So now we can continue wrapping it. And again, I'm just adding a little bit at a time. You do want to make sure to kind of pull it a little bit. You don't want it to be super loose, because then you risk it not holding its shape. And that's why I like to add the hot glue, so that it is just kind of like, you know, an extra, what's the word? Just some extra hold. Because if you were just to wrap this, it's not gonna look the same. I mean, it depends on the look that you're going for, right? But I've found that the more hot glue, the tighter that you wrap it, depending on what the customer is gonna be using it for, it's gonna hold its shape a lot longer. So I have customers that will use the same props for, you know, for their different customers, you know, if they're doing a photo shoot or whatever, because they're gonna take a beating, especially if there's little ones holding on to these. It's just a kind of a little extra way of making sure that it's gonna last a while. Okay. Constantly have hot glue fibers just kind of going everywhere. Okay, so there is our first layer of our cotton candy, okay? And basically what I'm gonna be doing is just continuing to add layer by layer by layer, so it's gonna give that nice full cotton candy effect, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and continue to work, and it is gonna be a sped up process again like we started, okay? Okay, you guys, so this is our finished rainbow cotton candy. It's so fun and colorful. I love it. This is a jumbo version of my cotton candies that I do. And what I like to do to finish off my cotton candies is add some glitter, and it just looks fabulous once you add the glitter, because it puts the icing on the cake. So what I like to use instead of hairspray, I used to use hairspray, and I found that the glitter would not stay on as long and it would fall off a lot easier and sooner. So I started using this spray adhesive. This is the Gorilla heavy duty spray adhesive. I got mine at Hobby Lobby. They also have a Mod Podge one as well, but I'm using this one for right now. And then this iridescent chunky glitter is absolutely amazing. It's from Amazon as well. I will link that also for you. And basically, I just kind of go a little bit, I'm gonna turn my chair a little bit. I just go a little bit at a time and spray and then sprinkle and spray and then sprinkle. So I'll show you how I do that. Okay, spray, woo, and then sprinkle all around like that. I mean, what? So awesome. And you just kind of keep going around until you get it all covered. And just go all the way around. And it will, there will be some that fall off. I mean, it's just gonna happen. Spray, sprinkle. Do just be a little bit careful on the amount of glitter that comes out, because you don't want it too overwhelming. There is sometimes too much glitter. Such a thing as too much glitter for these cotton candies, I will say. But it just brings out the colors so much. And then we do the top to finish. All the way around. And there you have your glitter rainbow cotton candy, you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if y'all have any questions, and we'll see you again soon.